Hello guys, welcome to VJ Technology. Today I'm going to start a new series React.js tutorial. From beginners to advanced, I'll cover all topics one by one. Okay, so subscribe my channel and click that bell icon. Then only you will get a notification whenever I post a new video. Okay, this is the topic we are going to cover in this video. Let me start from React.js introduction. React.js is the most popular open source JavaScript library for building a user interface. Okay, and React is created and maintained by Facebook. Currently, the name changed to Meta. And in Model View Controller, which means in MVC architecture, React play a major role in viewport. View means it take the responsibility of how the look and feel of your application. Okay, it's take the responsibility of the UI part. And React have multiple features. In this video, I'll explain the key features of React.js. Virtual DOM, reusable component, single page application. Okay. First, know about what is DOM. DOM is document object model, and it's a language independent interface that treat an XML or HTML document as a tree structure. When a web page load, the browser creates the document object model. See the below images as an example. That web page contain index.html, right? In that file, we have lot of HTML elements, attributes, values, links, etc. Okay, each HTML element it's considered as node in that structure of tree. Okay, so by using JavaScript, we can able to add new elements, or we can able to delete or update that existing elements using the JavaScript. In that case, if we add any new elements or delete any existing element, that entire object document object model is completely refreshed. Because in traditional DOM, if state of application change frequently, then DOM gets updated every time to represent that changes. So in the traditional method takes more time and it affects the performance. That's why in React.js we have virtual DOM. React creates a virtual DOM in memory, which means it creates a copy of that React real DOM. Okay, this is a sample image. It's just create a copy of that model. Okay, and whenever the state of an object change, which means whenever we add a new element or we update the existing element, then it's creating new virtual DOM again, and it's compared with the previous virtual DOM for finding the difference. Okay, as per this example, we updated one element in that model and it's created a new virtual DOM, and it compared with the previous virtual DOM and find that exact difference, like which object changed. That object only updated in that real DOM. Okay, and when it comes to component based architecture break out our application into multiple small parts, and it can be composed together at that final stage. Okay, and it's reusable. Let's say one example. In our web page we have lot of parts: header part, footer, and navigation, content. We have lot of things, and in React.js, we can consider that each part as each component: header component, footer component, navigation, and content component. So developer can split their work with their team members, like one developer handle header and footer component, another developer handle navigation and content component. Once that coding process is done, we can combine all the component into that root component of index.js or app.js file. Okay, we will discuss about this component in separate video. This is the concept of component, and it's reusable. Reusable means basically in our web application we have multiple web pages. So in all the pages, header and footer are same. Might be the content and navigation may be vary, but the header and footer are same. So for example, in home page we have the same header like company name, and footer the copyright symbols, that like that. And in checkout page the same company name and copyright is same. Okay, but the content and navigation may be vary. In that case, we just reuse that header and footer component in home page as well as the checkout page or order page. Okay, that's called component reusable. Now when it comes to the single page versus multi-page application, multi-page application works in the traditional way, where every changes like displaying the data or submitting the data back to the server and render a new page from the server. For example, Amazon website created based on that multi-page web application. Okay, now we have multiple buttons to navigating from one page to another page. Okay, now I choose inspect and goes to the network part. See here, we have multiple options. Now I'll choose mobile category. What will happen is when I choose this button, that URL sent to this server as a request, and the server send the response in a web page. Okay, now I choose mobile. See here, some details are downloading, CSS files, images, everything is downloading from the server, and then it's rendered on that web browser within a second. Okay, now I choose customer service. Again, that customer service request URL sent to that server, and server sent the response as another web page. Okay, now when it comes to single page application, we only get back a single page HTML file by the server. The server loads that entire page. For example, React.js. React.js official website made up of using React only. Okay, see here also I'll inspect and I go to that network part. Okay, here also we have multiple navigation paths. Now I choose document. See that the refresh or spinning is not appear here, but in Amazon website it appear here that it's reloading the page. But in React, when you choose the navigation, it doesn't refresh that page. Okay, because in React.js everything is packed into that main page index.html. Okay, so the server load that only one HTML page, and later on responding to the each request only the necessary data is transferred in the form of JSON file, and it's rendered inside that HTML elements, which means whenever user requests anything, that requested data is get back from the server in the JSON format, and it's rendering on that inside that HTML elements. So there is no need to refresh that or reload the pages. Okay, now I'll explain the steps to add React Developer Tool as an extension in Chrome. Just click that extensions, go to that manage extension, and in that menu bar we have open Chrome web store. Just go to that web store and search for that React Developer Tools. This extension made by Meta. Okay, so verify that whether you are downloading that official extension or not. Now I'll click add to Chrome and click that add extension. Now that React Developer Tool has been added to that Chrome. Okay, now I'll go to that Amazon website and I'll click that React Developer Tools extension. It shows this page doesn't appear to be using React, so this Amazon website not made up of React. Now I'll go to that official React website, reactjs.org, and I'll click that extension. It shows this page is using the production build of React. It's made up of React. So you can check another websites also like Facebook, Instagram. You can check it on that website also by using the steps. And once we open the developer tools, we have an options as components and profile tabs will appear to the right. Okay, now I click that inspect part and see that component and profile, the two React pods appear, options are available here. I'll post another separate video for React Developer Tools tutorial, so stay tuned and subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching.